Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the front room. I'm Kai, and I'm here with my dad today.
Thank you for joining us.
Earliest Eminem track we're covering today. Not the earliest, but one of the earliest Eminem tracks.
And earliest for me.
Earliest for you. That's the main thing. Yeah, that's what I was getting at, but it's also really early.
Wow, it's been a long time since we covered Eminem.
It's been a long time, yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember the last one. Anyway, great.
Yeah, so the earliest Eminem we've covered so far would have been from his Slim Shady LP album. And this one had a bunch of tracks.
Yeah.
My Name Is.
Yeah.
It had 97 Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah.
The sort of the companion piece with Kim, right?
Yeah.
And then Rock Bottom.
Rock Bottom, which I love.
Yes.
Yeah.
So pretty distinct tracks that we've listened to from that album,
actually.
right?
Yeah.
Very different stuff. And you can see here, actually, it's from 1999, and that's when Dr. Dre found him. So this was a big album, but it wasn't his first album, even though it's listed on like streaming services as his first album.
Oh.
In fact, his first album was from 1996.
So not with Dr. Dre.
Not with Dr. Dre,
So-
before that time.
So
And-
there were 3 years between his first and the Dr. Dre,
yeah.
the album associated with Dr. Dre.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's because, so this is Infinite right here.
Oh.
It was, so 1996,
Yeah.
before the fame whatsoever. So this is going to be pretty neat
That's
for you to hear,
interesting.
right?
Yeah.
And,
Maybe before the polish.
Yeah, totally. And the whole album's not on Spotify, which is the platform we're using to listen to this stuff.
Yeah.
But just the title track is, which is what many people consider to be like the track from that album. In fact, in a 2008, I think it was like an autobiography or some documentary or something like that, Eminem said that he was selling Infinite, this album, out of the trunk of his car, and it sold like 80 copies. That's what he said at its time of like release, you know.
Yeah.
Which is pretty funny to think about, considering that he's the most successful rapper
Yeah.
of all time now. Best selling.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
80 copies. So then once he hit the big time with his second album, sales of this would have picked up.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. This has 40 million plays on
wow.
Spotify now, but it would have only been heard by just a select people at its time of release. So we're covering Infinite. It's pretty lyric heavy, but it'll be a lot of fun to get through.
It's Eminem,
sure.
so it's going to be lyric heavy.
Yes, that is true. So
it's cool.
Infinite. And at the time, Eminem was getting a lot of comparisons from his friends and peers in the local Detroit area. That like Nas similarities. People said that. And,
really?
Yeah, and AZ similarities. AZ is the guy who did the verse on Illmatic. Visual in My Life and Actuality. You know that one really good track? It's not One Love. God, it is absolute. I'm embarrassed that I don't know.
Yeah, I can't remember offhand.
In My Mentality. Life's a Bitch. Yeah.
Oh, Life's
Of
a
course,
Bitch and then you die.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what AZ sings on that chorus as well.
Oh,
Life's
yeah.
a bitch and then you die. That's
okay, so it's been. I could see how he might be compared just in the quality of his voice to who is that again? AZ, but not to Nas. But anyway.
Right. Yeah.
All
so
right.
Eminem Infinite. This will be fun.
Okay. I don't know what to expect. This is intriguing.
Yeah.
Intriguing situation, and hopefully the song is intriguing too.
If you're a fan of Eminem and you like to see our reactions to his music, we reacted to a fantastic Eminem track, No Apologies, over on our Patreon. It's not on YouTube, just an exclusive over there. It's a great way to support the channel if you enjoy our content. We really appreciate it. We don't expect it, but if you want to see that reaction, along with dozens of our other exclusive, Patreon exclusive reactions, it's available in the link below.
Oh, wow.
So, there you go.
Oh yeah, it's like this. Eminem, baby.
What?
Back up in that motherfucking ass. One time for your motherfucking mind.
It doesn't sound like Eminem, man.
313. You know what I'm saying?
Not yet,
No
anyway.
shit about this. For the 9-6. Ayo, my pen and paper cause a chain reaction to get your brain relaxing. A zaniac, the maniac in action.
Okay.
A brainiac in fact, son. You mainly lack attraction. You look insanely whack when just a fraction of my tracks run. My rhyming skills got you climbing hills. I travel through your mind into your spine like siren drills. I'm sliming grills of roaches with spray to disinfect and twist and X of rappers to their spinal column disconnects. With this index and check the monologue. Turn your system up, twist them up and indulge in the marijuana smoke. This is the season for noise pollution, contamination, examination of more cartoons than animation. My lamination of narration. Hit the snare and bass in a track for duck rapper interrogation. When I declare invasion, there ain't no time to be staring gazing. I turn the stage into a barren wasteland of infinite. You heard of hell, well I was sent from it. I went to it serving a sentence for murdering instruments. Now I'm trying to repent from it, but when I hear the beat, I'm tempted to make another attempt at it. I'm infinite.
Jeez, when it opened up, I didn't. Well, first of all, I'm so used to Eminem songs having classic intros.
Yeah, just
right?
Dramatic and stuff. Yeah.
Dramatic and ominous and wondering what's coming, right? Mm-hmm. And this just got right into it right off the bat.
That's true. That is a difference.
So that threw me off completely.
Yeah.
And then the first 6 or 7 bars, I thought, wow, that doesn't really sound like Eminem. The voice was different, man.
It's Eminem, baby.
It's Eminem, baby. That almost sounds like a Nas thing.
Yeah.
Right?
It's interesting because with the Slim Shady LP, of course, you've only heard 3 songs from it, but he's not really trying to sound that cool or anything. He's just trying to sound violent and...
Yeah.
Well, Rock Bottom's not like that, right? He's being real in that song, but he's not trying to be cool on any of those tracks.
Yeah, I would say
here he's like, it's Eminem, baby, like introducing himself, like just Eminem, baby means like I'm him, you know what I mean? Like get used to me, right? It sounds different.
It's weird.
Yeah.
And it's odd.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's Eminem, baby, like baby, Eminem saying baby like that. Yeah. So maybe this is him trying to find his footing, find his identity, which is often the case with artists early on in their career, right? Yeah. So,
and especially after that Nas Illmatic era of 94, that set a new style of rap, which people say nowadays, I think, like the lyrical spiritual rap, which basically means that lyrical and spiritual, they're both rhymed together. That's why it's called lyrical spiritual. And that type of rap is like, how many words can I get to rhyme with each other?
Okay.
Because this first verse is all about that. I don't know if you caught it, but every other word rhymes with every other word.
Yeah, well, I caught a lot of the rhymes, but I wasn't quite sure of...
Like, ayo, my pen and paper. That's a alliteration there, which is cool. My pen and paper cause a chain reaction to get your brain relaxing.
Sure.
A zaniac, a maniac in action. A brainiac, in fact, son, you mainly lack attraction.
Yeah.
You know
So that, to me, all that rhyming is classic Eminem
it is,
stuff, right?
Yeah. But I'm mentioning that because he came out of that post-Nas era.
Okay.
That's when his career here started.
So you're saying that all that rhyming, that filling the bars with all these rhymes, that started before Eminem with Nas and people like that?
Yeah.
So
especially
he's
with
carrying
Nas,
that
I
on.
think, yeah.
So that's what influenced Eminem.
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes,
I didn't know
absolutely.
that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and I think Nas is one of Eminem's greatest inspirations, as well as Tupac as well.
Tupac, eh?
Yeah.
Wow.
He said, Eminem said that he used to study Tupac, and the timing of Tupac's words, it wasn't that he was
he's not
a
considered
lyrical
to be
spiritual
a huge,
rapper, right? Yeah.
Or he's not considered to be an incredible wordsmith, is he?
Well,
no. His songs have meaning.
You mean that not technicality?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He is a wordsmith, though.
Oh, yeah. And his songs are imbued with meaning and significance and everything. But yeah.
He doesn't have the speed. He doesn't have the rhyme schemes of an Eminem. But it's just his raw instinct that Eminem really admired. So
that coupled with the Nas thing, and you've got... Eminem.
Yeah, in a way. Yeah, and a few other people like Big L, Eminem loved as well. And Big L was, in a way, similar to this Eminem. Not that Big L was copying Eminem. It was more so the other way around. So, yeah. And this track, we'll keep things moving here, but I thought it was so cool when I found it, being a big Eminem fan. He was like my first rapper that I got into, right?
Yeah.
And then early on in high school, I found this, but no one knew it, you know?
Yeah.
So I learned all the lyrics. Like I know every single lyric to the song.
So your stature among your friends went up a notch or two.
Well, in my mind, you know. Yeah, in mind I did. There's some really cool lines here. Tons of, well, the rhyming is the most impressive part.
Yeah.
And the flow is the second most impressive part.
Mm-hmm.
And then you also have lots of like double entendres and stuff like that. Here's one here. Oh yeah. This is the season for noise pollution, contamination. A lot of these lyrics don't mean any real sense. It's just him bragging about his skill.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the noise pollution is going to be like Eminem, the way he comes onto the scene, right? Polluting the noise, the sound waves and stuff. But then the next line, examination of more cartoons than animation.
I don't quite understand that.
So like animations where you actually turn it into a moving thing, but cartoons are like, can be animation, right? But they can also be like written, like, Peanuts or things like that.
Yeah.
So I guess the way that animation examines cartoons for its reference to make it into like this visual thing.
Oh, I see.
But cartoons, tunes you play in your car is what Eminem is making.
Oh, okay.
Right. Cartoons.
Yeah.
So that's a double meaning there.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just having fun with words, basically, right? Lamination of narration.
Well, he's the guy who said, I saw an interview of him with him, and he says he just, as a younger person, he used to just sit around and read the dictionary endlessly.
Yeah, right? I wonder.
Yeah, and it really shows in his rapping, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like this. Like, I'm slamming I don't think reels is correct there, of roaches when sprayed in disinfection, twists the necks of rappers till their spinal column disconnects.
Yeah.
It's hard to get through. Lots of syllables in there. But yeah.
Examination of more cartoons than animation. My lamination of narration. Hit the snare and bass in a track for duck rapper interrogation. When I declare invasion, there ain't no time to be staring gazing. I turn the stage into a barren wasteland of infinite. You heard the hell while I was sent from it. I went to it serving a sentence for murdering instruments. Now I'm trying to repent from it. But when I hear the beat, I'm tempted to make another attempt at it. I'm infinite.
Pretty dreamy music.
The music's great.
I let the beat commence so I can beat the sense in your elite defense. I got some meat to mince, a crew to stomping into feet to rinse. I greet the gents and ladies, I spoil loyal fans. I foil your plans and leave fluids leaking like oil pans. My coil hands around this microphone are lethal. One thought in my cerebral is deeper than a jeep full of people. MCs are feeble, I came to cause some pandemonium. Battle a band of phony MCs, a stand-alone one. Imitator, intimidator, stimulator, simulator of data, eliminator. There's never been a greater since the burial of Jesus. Fuck around and catch all the venereal diseases. My thesis is smash the stereo to pieces. My acapella releases classic masterpieces through telekinesis. It eases you mentally, gently, sentimentally, instrumentally, with entity, dementally.
That's exactly what I'm talking about there.
Yeah.
Like imitator, intimidator, stimulator, simulator of data, eliminator. He's like, that's the whole lyrical spiritual thing, right? Like just making it rhyme for the sake of it, which is cool. Yeah.
The music is, now did he produce this, do you think?
I think on Infinite, he had a great friend. He actually passed away. Proof is his name.
Proof?
Yeah, like a real friend of his, and he did a lot of the drums on the record. And then also Mr. Porter, another one of his friends, did a lot of the production. So,
and then on his first big album, the next album, Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
Would he have worked in collaboration with Eminem on the music?
Yeah.
I can't imagine that Eminem wouldn't be heavily involved in the music side of it, of his albums.
Yeah, well,
you can just tell he must have been.
He must be, yeah.
Must be, right?
Because it works so well together.
Yeah. Yeah, and just the music goes with his lyrics just so well.
Even or this early on.
Yeah,
too,
even
right?
here, the music's pretty impressive. I think the production sounds pretty muddy.
It does, yeah.
Yeah. But if you can get past that and just listen to what's going on, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's really quite good.
Yeah.
It is really good. And just to add on to that, so for Dr. Dre, I forget exactly how Dr. Dre found out about Eminem. Someone told Dre about Eminem, how he's really good. And Dr. Dre said, yeah, sure, I guess he can come to the studio or something like that. That's basically how the situation went.
Yeah.
And then Eminem came to the studio, and then Dr. Dre said, I was thinking, I thought this guy was black when I heard it.
Yeah.
So that's something that's funny. And in their first studio session, that song that we listened to, My Name Is, that sort of goofy beat on My Name Is like boom.
Yeah.
Boom. Bing, bing, ding, ding. You know that thing?
Yes.
Dre just played that simple beat for him, and Eminem all of a sudden started going saying, "Hi, my name is Sick of Slim Shady," and Dre was like, "Wow," that was their first studio session together.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, and that was his first hit from that period.
Was it really?
Yeah, their first studio session together, which is cool. Yeah.
Easy to mentally, gently, sentimentally, instrumentally, with entity.
This chorus is fantastic too.
He murdered hell while I was sick from it. I went to it serving a sentence for murdering instruments. Now I'm trying to repent from it. But when I hear the beat, I'm tempted to make another attempt at it. I'm infinite.
I like that sentiment. I'm infinite.
Yeah, so do I.
Evidence, I'm evidence, and I've been clever ever since my residence was hesitant to do some shit that represents the MO. So I'm assuming all responsibility, cause there's a monster will in me that always wants to kill MCs. Mike Nessler, slamming like a wrestler, here to make a mess of a lyric smuggling embezzler. No one is specialer. My skill is intergalactical. I get cynical, act a fool, then I cynical back to school. I never backed a tool or act cool. It wasn't practical. I'd rather let a tactical, tactful, tractical. You fancy, in fact I can't see or can't imagine a man who ain't a lover of beats or a fan of scratching. So this is for my family, the kid who had a cameo on my last jam, plus the man who never had a plan B. Be all you can be, cause once you make an instant hit, I'm tense to bit and tempted when I see the sins my friends commit. I'm infinite. You heard the hell while I was sent from it.
So simple, but
yeah. That last verse there had a lot of meaning in it. Compared to the previous two, he's just showing off the skills and stuff.
When I was sent from it, I went to it serving a sentence for murdering instruments. Now I'm trying to repent from it, but when I hear the beat, I'm tempted to make another attempt at it. I'm infinite.
95, 96, and on and on and on and on and on and on.
Oh, I like that ending cut. 95, 96. That's when he recorded this.
Yeah.
And this is foretelling the future.
Yeah.
And on and on and on. Like Eminem was going to be an absolute massive star.
Yeah.
On and on, right?
Yeah.
I like that ending.
Yeah. And the whole track's called Infinite, right?
Yeah. So that shows a lot of confidence with that last line.
Yeah.
And I like the way it's just sort of said, it almost fades out, you know? It's cool.
That's
really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good track.
Nice.
His rapping, you can tell it's an Eminem. Two things that seem different from the Eminem I knew before hearing this is, the accent, or he's trying to sound cool, and he's not as angry.
Yeah.
And I think,
or as wacky.
I think the way he's rapping, it isn't as intense. That's it. It's a little bit more laid back.
Yeah.
Do you hear that?
Which I really like.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I do like it. I do like the laid backness, because if I sit and listen to 3 or 4 Eminem songs in a row, for me personally, I think that's about enough at one time.
Yes.
Because he's so intense.
Yeah.
But this is, I wonder if the rest of this album has a slightly more subdued vibe to his other albums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be cool, because I haven't listened to that
at
all yet. Just this track.
Wow. Shame on you, boy.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And that last verse, I never realized until now how good that last verse is, because the first two, it's just showing his penmanship, right? His skills.
Yeah, well, the last verse is too, but then he goes on a bit about other stuff.
Yeah, so yeah, absolutely. He starts with I like this image here, Mike Nessler. There's a lot of talk, and as we listen to more stuff from this era particularly, or even if we watch the Eminem movie 8 Mile, there's it's hard to explain. Mike Nessler. People talk about slamming the mic, and stuff.
Yeah.
You can't have the mic because it's mine. I'm gonna slam it.
Right.
Or I'm gonna destroy the mic.
Right.
Just to mean how good they are.
So what
They're
does
that
Mike-
ferocious.
What does Nestler mean?
Well, to like nestle something, it's like
it's like
it's like this, Mike Nestler, right?
Right.
So he's keeping it like close to him, which I really like. It's almost like and if you watch the movie too and just interviews, like he was so dedicated to his craft. It's like all he ever wanted, you know? So I like how he's keeping like them like nestled like that.
keeping it close to
Keeping
him.
it close to it, which is a very gentle image compared to most.
Yeah,
Of this sort of like I'm holding the mic or I'm
it's
grabbing the mic.
and it's a precious thing. So
Yeah.
he's nestling it.
Yeah, perhaps
You
that's
know?
what he meant. Yeah.
Like you'd anyway.
Yeah, keeps it close
Cool.
to him.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah.
cool. But then the next line, it's to the traditional slamming like a wrestler, slam the mic down after that. So there's that different sides of it.
Yeah.
Like, and then he talks more
I
about
love
that.
the last line. Here to make a mess of lyric smuggling, embezzling.
Yeah, yeah, that's really cool.
That's good.
And then listen to the way he enunciates this whole okay, this is fantastic here. Now he gets into not just of his ability, but more so of criticizing people that don't like, I guess, like real rap or something like that. So my skill is intergalactical. I get cynical, act a fool, then I send a crew back to school. I never packed a tool. So this is where we get to some meaning here. I never packed a tool, gun, or acted cool. It wasn't practical. I'd rather let a tactful track tickle.
Nice.
He makes tactful rhyme with tractical.
Tractical?
Track tickle.
Track tickle, right.
But he pronounces
Tactical.
it as tractical.
Yeah,
You're
brilliant,
fancy,
man.
right?
Yeah. Gee, he's just so good at that stuff.
Right?
So right off the bat, first album he's doing this.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
It's amazing.
Stuff, right?
It's so cool.
Yeah.
And just the whole message with it too. Like he doesn't need to do the violent stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just going to do it with my lyrics.
Yeah.
Which is a good message.
Mhm.
And then
Which I've seen before in other I think Nas has said that,
yeah. Mhm.
I'm not going to be I'm just going to rap is where it is. I'm leaving that other stuff behind.
Yeah. True.
But it's how you say it.
Like he wasn't selling
It's the words you choose.
Yeah.
And he did such a great job.
and also in the context of things like Eminem, he was dedicated to this rapping and stuff like that, but he wasn't successful. And at the time, if you think of some of the messages in Mockingbird, Eminem track, talking about when he was early and before his career started, raising Haley and stuff like that, it was hard for him to even like put food on the table and stuff like that. He was constantly his house was getting robbed, things getting taken, bad neighborhood. So like all these things considered, it would be easier for someone like Eminem just to pretend, even if it's not his true self, to be like a violent guy, because being violent attracts more attention easily than a wordsmith, right? So which is sort of funny because he ended up being sort of violent on his next record with things like 97 Bonnie and Clyde and things of that sort. But that's also something to consider there. Yeah, Tractical, You're Fancy.
Yeah, that 97 Bonnie, that album is his very next album.
From 99, yeah. So 3 years later.
Yeah, but still, God, that album is quite remarkable. Those songs are just, the 3 or 4 I know, are phenomenal rap songs.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And to, they seem like it seems like an album that would have been put out by a guy with more years of experience honing his craft.
Mm-hmm. Totally,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, and then just to go on here, I just love the sequence of lines. In fact, I can't see or imagine a man who ain't a lover of beats or a fan of scratching. Like, you just can't see it. It's that good, right?
Yeah.
This is from
Guilty.
yeah.
Until we started the channel.
This is from my family, the kid who had a cameo on my last jam. So plus the man. So just shouting out people and what he's doing it for. So yeah.
Cool.
Really cool. I'm just gonna play this because it's.
I never packed a tool or practical. It wasn't practical. I'd rather let a tactical, tactful, tractical. You fancy? In fact, I can't see or can't imagine.
And then he said, "Tractical, you fancy. In fact, I can't see."
Yeah.
So he ends it with the new rhyme that he's bringing forward to the next couplet.
Yeah, his rhyming's very sophisticated, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, really cool. Yeah, so that's Infinite.
I'm glad you played it for me.
Yeah, it's good.
Great.
Good to know. Most people don't know this track.
Yeah.
Right?
No, this is another little window into Eminem.
Mm-hmm.
And as you know, I like to start at the beginning.
Yeah.
Or at least hear the beginning, the very first music that people put out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Thank you.
My pleasure. And thank you very much for watching. If you made it this far, please let us know what other Eminem tracks. There are so many Eminem tracks. It's insane. So many good ones, and we've only scratched the surface.
I've heard probably 6 Eminem songs, I guess.
Yeah.
Roughly 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah, plenty out there. Please fill us in on what you want to hear.
Yeah. And also, we have a reaction to Eminem's track No Apologies on our Patreon.
Oh,
One
yeah.
of my favorite Eminem tracks, for sure.
It's not up on YouTube.
It's not up on
It's an
YouTube.
exclusive to
Yeah,
Patreon.
Yeah. Just on Patreon as an exclusive. So I'll put that in the link in the description. So you can go ahead and click on that if you want to join our Patreon, get access to that exclusive reaction and to our entire Patreon exclusive catalog, which has dozens of non-YouTube, only on Patreon reactions and content. So,
And also, they are all ad free.
yeah. So thank you very much. Hope you have a wonderful day. See you around.
See ya.